Hey everybody, Scout Crafter here again. It's Mishmash Monday. Just want to say congratulations to all you fathers out there. Yesterday was Father's Day. Hope you had a fantastic day. You really deserve it. And we have a couple things to talk about because of that. The first thing I want to talk about before we get started is last week we were talking about batteries. I went over a few things with the batteries, and a couple people asking, what happened to the A battery or the B battery or the E battery. It turns out that there actually was all the letters going up to the F, which we're familiar with now, but there was an A battery. We right now the small, we have it goes from AA to C here, but there was an A battery, and it was just a little bit bigger than the AA. And there was a B battery. Now, the B batteries weren't a little bit smaller than the C. The B batteries had a kind of a weird history by themselves, because you got to remember back in the 40s and 50s, they were starting to power portable radios, and they were tube radios. So some of these batteries they were coming out with were, big batteries. Because I remember I have a transoceanic, a Zenith, and that thing ran on 110 volts AC or DC. And you had to come up with a bunch of different batteries. They were like a 67 volt battery. And then you had another one, and it came up to 110 volts of, and believe me, with those tubes, you know how they suck electricity. So I'm sure that you only got a few hours of runtime, if that much, on those batteries. So, but the B battery, the A battery, they went out of style, and they just stopped producing them. So that's why we don't see them. But they did make them. They went all the way up, in order. And so I thought that was pretty interesting. So let's get to today's topic. Okay, first up, let's do a little show and tell. Last I was up, I don't know, it was a while ago. I was taking a walk at night, and I'm walking, and I look on the road, and what do I see but this? How cool. How cool is that? Now, to be honest, there was nothing. It's flat. It's kind of like, it's almost like a glove, right? Like a latex glove. I got some polyester fill and filled it up because I was going to do some kind of prank or something. But the shade is just a little bit off. I'm a little more pink. But come on, be honest. Look at the detail in this hand. Look at the veins. Come on, man. Who did this? And look at the inside. Now, again, I got it filled up. But look, they even got if you were going to do palm reading, look at all the that is terrific, isn't it? I got to tell you, I was impressed. This would be a great thing to put like under a car. Or if the jack fell or something, call your neighbor over and see if he gets a heart attack. Anyway, just thought this was pretty cool, and, something I can't believe I found this on the road, but that is really cool. All right, just want to show you. Okay, next up, back in the, right after World War II, right? World War II, right around 1945, 46, we were starting to get back on our feet and everything. And for the next 10, 15 years, everything was getting better every year. I mean, it was just, because, we did, for 4 years, it was a tough going for everybody, the whole world. And I guess, afterwards, we here in the United States were going into overtime. All the factories were running at like 100%, and we were building fantastic stuff. I mean, look at everything that was made between 1945 and 1960. There was like no junk made. Everything was heavy duty, really nice. And this next item I got is something that, just personifies that era. And again, with the lantern theme. So let's get right to that. Okay, like I said, this month is, as you know, this month is our lantern month. I'm going through a bunch of cool lanterns that I had and have, and this one here is one of my favorites. And I'm doing this because, Father's Day just passed, and this is like a perfect gift that I'm sure a lot of fathers got for Father's Day. And let's take a look at the graphics first of all. Now, the name of the lantern itself, it's called Snap It. It was a dual beam flashing lantern, and they were out of Providence, Rhode Island. You could see, and the name of the company was Cable Electric Products Incorporated. Again, out of Providence, Rhode Island. And Look, it's such a simple box, right? But you know, it has everything it needs on there. Ideal for hiking, camping, hunting, fishing, power failure, and 1,000 other uses in and out of the home. Now, this is a new old stock, more or less, version. And I have a couple of these because you know, when you like something, you tend to double or triple up on them. And you can see how it came. It was very simply done. But the only thing that kind of shelfware kind of thing we talk about that happened with this item is the handle got a little bit, you know, it gets a little discolored. So, you know, sometimes the plastic starts to craze like that or whatever. But we're going to see what we can do. If we can, I could scratch it off a little bit. You could see here with my fingernail. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and take this off, get it back to, you can see here, I can get it off with my fingernail. But we're going to see what we can do. And then I want to show you how cool this lantern is. Okay, that came out real nice, didn't it? What we did was we used some 4O steel wool. Got that white powdery substance off. Then we went over it with a little Plastex, Meguiar's Plastex polish. And you can see what a nice job. Again, it's a new old stock lantern. That's the way it should look. Let me show you what it does. It takes a 6-volt can battery, one of them, which were pretty common back then. And then it has a 3-way switch. The first switch turns on the emergency lantern. And what's so cool about this emergency lantern, when it warms up, will start to blink because it uses one of those flashers that depends on heat. And there it goes. It's starting to blink now. So it has the flasher. And then if you hit it again, it has both the flasher and a headlight. Now the headlight's dimming a little bit because this battery's a little bit low, so it's, you know, it's taking that draw off there. And then if you hit it another time, you just get the front sealed beam headlight. And so you could see here it has that lantern style, you know, that carry-all stuff, very lightweight, even with the battery, extremely lightweight. It's all aluminum. Just a terrific lamp, isn't it? Now let me show you what's cool about this particular light as I shut it down and show it to you. Now this would, think about this, you're on the side of the road, you get, you know, you get a flat or something, you put this out there, it's flashing, people know, and now you need a light to change the tire. You just unhook this, you can see, you take that hook off like that, pull this forward, and you could see you have 25 feet of cable that you could take. And remember, this will, you know, this will be a flashlight, and you could take it under the hood. You could do whatever you have and still have this flashing for danger. But isn't that a great lantern? And to put it back, you wrap it up again here. There's little slots here that you put the wire in. And then when you push it back here like this, all you have to do is press down onto this little hook here like this, and it snaps in there, and you're ready to go. Just a fantastic, I love this thing, and that's why I have multiples, you know. And let me show you something about this one here, a little bit different. This one has a different flash. Insert the battery in these. You just pull off the red section here, the red part, and then you take your battery here, place it in between the two prongs, let it fall in here, and then just place this back on, and it will snap in to place when it's there. And there you go. Now, listen to this. Can you hear that? That is so cool. It reminds me of the old wigwag. Remember the old wigwag relays that would, you know, go one light to the other that they used to have in the fire department and the police department? This one actually has a relay. I wonder if this is an earlier one or later one. But anyway, super cool, great light. Snap it. Dual light. You see these on eBay every once in a while. Next up, I want to talk real quick about, we were talking the other day about light bulbs and the different bases. Here's another lamp tester I made. This one's a real simple one for the A19 style or regular type. But anything with a E26 or E27 bulb, just going to plug this in here real quick. And you can see over here, I just have a simple dimmer switch on here. you know, to dim out the light, you know, and this is, you can see it's a regular dimmer switch that dims the light. But I guess I was watching Big Clive. You ever watch Big Clive? He's over in the UK. Some of you guys know who he is. Great guy. Fantastic channel. He takes apart all kinds of electric stuff. But what he was doing one time, he was working with bulbs, and he used a bayonet bulb. Now, here in the States, we don't have those. Many of you will remember me talking about the bayonet bulb when we were changing the flashlight bulb over there, and it's this is a DC low voltage bulb, you know, bayonet style. But over in the UK, and this is where it's great to have our UK friends chime in, they have bayonet bulbs. This is a BA15. This is a BA20, 20 millimeters. You see, it's 5 millimeters bigger. And same thing, bayonet mount. It's got the two. They're almost identical, you know, just one's bigger than the other. And they use this in their regular sockets for 220 they have over there. We have 110 here. But I wanted to see, how come we don't have them here? You know, there's a lot of things that say in a bayonet bulb. What's nice about it, you don't have to worry about getting shocked. Whereas with the regular Edison base, that this silver part, you can actually touch this when you're screwing it in and get a shock. Not that I know anybody that happened to. However, I bought these adapters. This is an adapter to adapt a regular socket, a E26, to a BA20. So let me show you how that works. Okay, now for all intensive purposes, this socket is now a bayonet socket. And how you would use these bulbs is you would just take it like this. There's two little slots on the side. You push down, give a turn, and that's it. Down, give a turn, pull it out. You see that? 1, 2, 3. You could change bulbs in a jiffy. Now, my question is, and they're phasing these out, I think, in the UK. What's up? That seemed like a pretty good design. I think this would be great for a few things. But one thing I did notice, and I would like, again, my buddies over in the UK to chime in, when does your bayonet, or is it just this adapter, but does your bayonet, when the bulb is in there, is there a little bit of a play in there? You see there's a little bit side-to-side play? Is that part of the, just part of the design of it? Because there definitely is a, you know, about 3/8 of an inch movement here. Not that it affects the bulb or anything, but I was just wondering, you know, I've been curious, but I just think it's cool how we can put a bayonet bulb. Now, I could put this into any one of my sockets in the house and have bayonet style bulbs, but is there any advantage, or what's the disadvantage? This is where the comments section gets great. Now, just to be devil's advocate here, I could see these two contacts in the bottom of the bayonet socket are spring-loaded. You see? They're each spring-loaded. Now, they're just the right distance apart to create a nice contact point if you stick your finger in. And being that these do push in, see, it's different over here with our sockets. You know, we have kind of a flat tab. It's not so inviting. But over here in the United States, we got a lot of people that, you know, especially kids, you know, might be wanting to try and push that in when it, so I don't know. Let me know. Okay, so I can't believe that was like 13.5 minutes. It just flies by. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you again on Wednesday. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Sonar searching beam to beam, sir.